Welcome to Technique Tuesday, and today I want to go over a really important aspect of marketing, and that is repurposing content. And there are several reasons why you want to repurpose your content. And before I dive into this, I just wanted to um, let you know that this is part of a marketing content training. I'm going over step 6 in this marketing content training. And when I'm finished, you can find a link to sign up to get the entire training. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. There's also a link in the post. So let's get started. So what is repurposing? Well, repurposing is reusing the content that you've already created. You can do this by taking small pieces of it, taking it. For example, if you have a large blog that you wrote, you could take excerpts of it and use that in social media posts. You could record the content. For example, this is what I'm doing right now is repurposing content. I've had this training that I created actually a couple years ago, and I find actually it's probably more than a couple. In any case, I had a workshop that I did for an entrepreneurship group, and I have repurposed this in multiple ways over the time. And I'm taking just step 6 of this today and repurposing it for this Facebook Live. And so that is how you can boost your visibility, and it actually is going to save you time. So let's look at some of the key benefits of repurposing. Well, the first is what they call economies of scale. Basically, time is valuable. Your time is your most important asset. You will never be able to get time back. And so, if whether you are spending time creating content yourself or you're paying for someone to take content, make content for you, it is expensive because time is money. That is a famous quote, and it is true. If you are using your time creating content, original content over and over again, then you are spending your time doing that instead of serving your customers or growing your business in another way. Um, this is expensive. So if you can take wonderful content and reuse it over and over again in different ways, you are saving valuable time, and that means money. Another aspect is the law of 7 touches. And what this is you have to touch your customer, your potential customer 7 times with content so that you they become familiar with your content, familiar with your message and how you can help them. It takes 7 different ways for that content to reach people until they feel comfortable, until they're likely to do business with you. The third is marketing uh, coherency, and that is you have to repeat your key points. This, if you're reusing your content, you're repeating your key messages. And that provides consistency and coherency in your message. So if you're repeating, you know what those key points are. You're saying it in different ways, or you're communicating it in different ways, whether it's visual, whether it's a video, a blog. Remember, people learn in different ways. Some people like to read, some people like to watch videos, some people are very visual, and some people just like to hear things. So you need to have your message in different ways for people to absorb that content. But you need that consistency of the key messages. So if you are repurposing your content, you know it's good content, then they're getting those key messages, those key points over and over again in different ways, and you have consistency in your message. Repurposing ideas. So if you have a video or a blog that maybe is some longer content, maybe just like this is a workshop that I did, and I can take parts of it and I can use it for social media posts. You might be able to take just a few lines of it or have a small piece of a video, take a small piece of a longer video and use that in social media. You can create webinars, webcasts, podcasts, record it and promote it. You can create slide shares. That's another way. If you already have your content in slides, you can do a slide share. You can recap an article in a video, um, create a live event, just like I'm doing here, republish an article on LinkedIn. So if you published on your blog, you could publish it on LinkedIn. And there's other blog areas that you can post your articles. You can expand it. Maybe you take an article and you expand a little bit further, add more meat to it, and create a white paper or a downloadable document. You can create a guide, a quick bullet guide that can be a downloadable for your audience, and then you can generate leads from that. Um, there's lots of different ways, syndicate content through industry trade publication, um, or other companies' blogs or businesses' blogs or other content providers' blogs, um, and expand it into an ebook or a printed book. So there's lots of ways you can reuse content and or take different images from your content and publish it on Google Images. So there's so many different ways. I talk about this with my clients a lot. How can we repurpose what you already have? Oftentimes, I work with clients who have so much content. They have so much knowledge about the health and wellness industry, and when they start writing or recording, they just have so much content to deliver. It's wonderful, but we need to break it down into little pieces so you get little pieces out there so that people understand that you do have this knowledge. Okay, so those were the ideas I have. And I want to invite you to, if you are interested in learning more about content marketing, how you can use it, different tips on what you can do, how you can do things, not just repurposing. Remember, repurposing was step number 6. And so I go through lots of different things in my content training course. Uh, and it's free. I'm offering this free. So here is the URL to get to that training and signing up. But I also will put it in the post. So if you do like this video, please make sure you follow me and, so that you can discover more about drop shipping and marketing tips that I share. So this was your Technique Tuesday. Until next Tuesday.